wandering exorcist Parl Dro arrives in a series of valleys where his fame precedes him. Rumor has it he's searching for Gist Mortua, a legendary city of ghosts, but he has other complications to contend with too. Mile, an itinerant bard and pickpocket, finds and follows the ghost slayer as a source of inspiration for songs before his motives turn darker. Also, a pair of sisters, one living and one a haunting spirit, are the last of a local nobility, but both mean trouble for Parl Dro, and the journey to the fabled city might become a doom to them all. Fantasy February is an event to encourage reading fantasy fiction, especially vintage fantasy and fantasy stories that are less than 250 pages. While you're thinking on it, you can take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel of another YouTube creator you enjoy, where the algorithm will try to exorcise them like unwanted ghosts. I decided to read this book because over the last year, other YouTubers, Book-Pilled and Heroic Book Adventures, among others, were talking up Tanith Lee. While I've read her short stories, I'd yet to read any of her novels, despite having gathered a few through book fairs and used bookstores. I decided to start with Kill the Dead because it's a shorter novel, and I am glad I read it. In short, this book is a revelation. It is both a well-told fantasy adventure story and an incredible exploration of how people deal with the wounds they carry, both physical and mental. There is something unsettling with how this novel suggests that pain persists beyond death, and what it does to everyone involved. Gist Mortua, both in its reputation and when encountered in the novel, is like a place out of Dark Souls or Elden Ring. It is fantastical, frightening, and deeply sad because we know for all its alleged danger and grandeur, it's also too late to either save or harm this place in any meaningful way. It also represents a problem where the protagonist cannot simply fight his way to victory, but must reconsider his whole strategy if he plans on achieving a positive outcome for anyone involved. I've enjoyed Tanith Lee's style in what I've read previously, but her writing here is at another level. Her prose is both energetic and concise, and she can accomplish in a phrase or sentence what other writers belabor for pages. She creates a fully realized fantasy world at speed and without prolonged exposition, and the whole story is complete in about 180 pages. As with M. John Harrison's The Pastel City, I really appreciate it when an author respects my time and my imagination. At different places and for different reasons, Kill the Dead reminded me of Sabriel by Garth Nix, The Witcher series by Andrzej Sapkowski, and Vampire Hunter D by Hideyuki Kikuchi. With Sabriel, it's a book and eventually a series about necromancers that return the undead back across the river of death, and it has some of the surreal and metaphysical stylings of Kill the Dead. In The Witcher, Geralt and Dandelion have a similar but ultimately less contentious relationship to Parl Dro and Mile, another pairing of a professional monster hunter and a bard trying to achieve fame. Vampire Hunter D, of course, has a remote yet alluring slayer of a different kind of undead, but with similar style and preoccupation with both ruin and beauty. If you liked those works, you'll find something to enjoy in Kill the Dead, and vice versa. But what do you, the audience at home, think? Are you familiar with Kill the Dead or other works by Tanith Lee? How do you think this one compares to her other novels? What are you reading for Fantasy February? Feel free to leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my peculiar notions. If you appreciate this channel and want to support it, you know what to do. Until next time, read some good fantasy, live, and be well.